Hold up, chill your titties.
They're not filled.
Oh my god. But no, but like I wanna go back to what I was saying earlier. Because fucking people don't understand the fucking
People.
like everything. No, yeah, people don't understand about like they don't understand the whole situation with candyxcorspe and I. Because when this happened, she fucking accused me of something I didn't do because I was given one of her fucking avatars. I was given specifically the textures, and someone told me, "Yo, make this NFCW," because they got it from a website where anyone can come. She accused me of stealing it. I never did. I told her it. I gave the info. I proved my innocence. Right? And she's like, "Oh, I don't care. You still ripped it in my eyes." Bitch, I proved myself innocent. I've shown the messages. Literally, I've had people from her friends list, keep in mind, her closest friends, who looked at the information and said, "Yo, he is clear." And I love how now it's being backstabbed to where, oh, why are people being so negative towards this candyxcorspe person? It's like, she never did anything wrong. She falsely accused me. She got me banned once, literally. Her getting me banned once for a week, right? Then I was getting sent death threats by her, or not her, by her fans, which I found funny. And now there's people still going on about the candy shit. Like, no one understands that, like, someone can go, like, oh, I don't have this on my computer. They could be lying. Like, I know this from experience. Blue Wolf has done it. Doggo has done it. A lot of my friends on Discord have done it. They have lied straight to my face saying they don't have this, or they haven't done this, and they've already done it, or got it. Like, it shit happens. Like, and they think I'm butthurt about it. One, I don't care about VR chat in its entirety. I don't care about avatars. Literally, all they are for someone just expressing how they feel. Her avatars are NSFW. Even if she uploads the SFW version, they're all NSFW. They all can show their tits. And she was like, oh, she got banned because of some cleavage. It wasn't some cleavage you got banned for. You got banned for uploading NSFW content. That's how it is. So I don't want to hear when someone goes, and then someone told me, bro, you like Dragon Ball. You're Mexican. You play Fortnite. One, I grew up with Dragon Ball, so I obviously am gonna love Dragon Ball. I watch other animes, but Dragon Ball is just that one anime that, you know, always gets me, bro. Two, I'm Puerto Rican, so I don't want to hear from anybody. And three, I play Fortnite because all my friends play Fortnite, and it's the only game I can really connect to people on different consoles. So I would not want to hear any single thing about people saying this shit. And I just find this very sad. I find this very sad. Like, keep in mind, I'm an 18-year-old, right? I'm an 18-year-old. I love doing streaming. I love doing content, and I love all this shit, right? I got on VR chat because my friends told me, yo, you should start making avatars. And one of them they recommended me was the Fredina avatar. So I'm like, okay. So I went up, I paid up front for the avatars, right? I got them from, Cryptia Curves Gumroad, and that was it. And I just started uploading them. Obviously, I made them basic, and then after a bit, gradually, I just started making more and more. Now, they weren't always perfect, but they were perfect in my eyes. They're my avatars. So I didn't care what the fuck I was doing. I just made them how I wanted to be, and that was it. She won. She got fucking mad because I was uploading other avatars, because she's like, oh, another person to compete in this fucking, in this wave of avatars. And it's like every person in their mind has them now. And she was literally letting people under the age of like 14 and shit. And like there's also which this was proven true, which I find funny. There's people saying, oh, like she wasn't dating a minor and shit. That was true. One of the people she dated was a minor, and I find this funny. She's literally at the time where the situation started, you could say that she was harassing me at the age of 17. But now that I'm an adult, it's whatever. Now that I'm 18, I have to deal with this shit myself. But it's funny because she's a 19-year-old woman who's supposedly saying I should act my age for the woman who says I should act my age. You can go to my Twitter. You can ask all the people in my Discord. You can ask my closest friends. You can even ask her own friends that went against her. Literally, I was proven innocent from the start. And then she wants to make up shit. She tried doing the same shit she did to me to another person. And they got caught. Literally, they got caught. And then people are like, no, that ain't true, right? They go to the Discord, it was true, and they gave full-on proof. But then when I try to defend myself, I get called the liar. I've shown proof, I've shown the messages, I've shown everything. And I get called the liar. I find that hilariously. And literally she interrupted me during my fucking my mom's birthday. That was like, please don't do that. And what made it worse is when she told me to delete the avatar, she said you can do it from the website, right? Keep in mind, I haven't played the game since 2017. I haven't played the game since 2017. And I know for a fact you cannot delete avatars from the website. You know what happened? When I went to go delete it, I can only make it private or public. So not only, one, she doesn't know much about the game. Two, she's very bad, she's very bad with knowledge. That's crazy. For fuck's sake, FP is more knowledgeable, and that's saying something. Because most of the time you're horny.
Wow.
Or, matter of fact, Blue's more knowledgeable, and he's horny.
Hey.
Nigga literally he's like sticking his dicks in fish and chips.
No. Okay, that's disgusting. I don't know what the hell that is.
It's literally just fish and chips. Literally, it's fried. It's literally fried cod with actual chips.
Hurt my dick. It's spiky. No thank you.
You'll be fine.
What?
You say that everything will be fine.
But it's crazy. It's generally crazy. Like, I'm just a simple man who wants to make simple content. I don't care what people think, but I don't care what people say about me. But if they're gonna say shit without knowing the actual facts or doing their research, even if you're a close friend of this said person, like candyxcorspe for instance, you should have at least done your own research and not believe what she just fucking said. Because that's what ticks me off. They don't do their research, and it pisses me off because then, you know, this person may be accused for something they didn't do, and they've been proven innocent, like me. Like, for instance, let's go and take a look at the Johnny Depp court case with Amber Heard, right? People thought, you know, Johnny Depp really did this, and when he was proved innocent, everyone was shooked. Everyone was shooked. A female in court losing a battle, which I find hilarious. And it's crazy, because candyxcorspe was so salty about her avatars getting stolen by people. Keep in mind, a lot of other people still do it. Like, I know for a fact there's people who still do it. For fuck's sake, I would still do it, and I don't care. One, they're avatars. What are you really gonna do with them? Like, and then she was like, oh bro, I'm gonna charge people for my avatars. Bro, they're literally things you use to express yourself. They're not there to make money off of that shit. Now, if you're an artist, per se, like, you make this really cool art piece, then I understand. Because art is a different thing from avatar creating. Sure, avatar creation may cost, like, you know, a couple hours in a day. But, dude, it is not that hard. Watch, like, 2-3 videos on YouTube. You're a professional already. Literally, those are your classes, YouTube. It's not that hard. For fuck's sake. I do video editing. And if anything, that's way more, like, that's a lot harder than fucking drawing and fucking avatar creation. It's really funny. So these people think, like, even for a small content creator like me, making the videos the way you want them to be so people can enjoy your content is hard work, right? Sure, it may not be like working a 9-to-5 job or doing this or that, but it really is, you know, really hard. And I can say this, it's harder than drawing or fucking creating avatars. I know from experience. It's crazy. There's other people who will even say, yes, sometimes video editing is harder than, you know, avatar creation or drawing. And, you know, you have to agree on that. Like, even if you look at it from a, like, you know, but I've only done drawing, I've never done video editing. That's fine, but, like, you have to look at these fucking points. Like, if you're not looking at this shit, like, I'm sorry, you're fucking brain dead. You should go honestly just, you know, relearn your fucking knowledge, you know. It's crazy, it's sad. And it's funny, too. Because people will still talk shit about it, too. Like, I've seen people bring up, like, literally, I can go into VR chat. I know literally one person in one public world, whether it be the Furry Talk and Chill or a Fania Avatar world, because I'm there with my friends. They'll come up to me like, aren't you the guy candyxcorspe accused a couple months back? And I told them, yeah, if you actually want to know more, I can actually tell you myself, or you can be directed to my YouTube channel. I am not afraid to say that. And I'm not afraid to say, you know, candyxcorspe is a bitch, or like, you know, she really is sensitive about shit. Like, bro, we're in 2022. I could care less if you're 19, I could care less, you know, if you're fucking pansexual. I could care less of what you do. I could care less if you're a woman, male, all that shit. It's just sad that you are not doing your own research. She accused me first of all, accused me without any hard evidence just because I had it on my account. That ain't evidence. Obviously, you can see it on my account. But like, that's not really evidence. You have to give me, did you see me do it? Did anyone tell you I did it? No, that you do literally know. That's literally. 2, me and her literally made an agreement. Literally, I told her, okay, we'll do this. I won't accept anything from anyone ever again that involves you or anyone else, right? And you stop talking bad about me. Simple as that. I didn't care if she continued. I just said, because it doesn't look, it doesn't look good on either of us doing this, especially when you're talking bad about another person without any info. And I've clearly uploaded not only the raw footage of me and her having these conversations on fucking VR chat, but I've shown, the messages that me and her went through. People have literally confirmed that I've been innocent, and it's funny. And those people can tell you, oh yeah, no, he was confirmed to be, innocent. I checked his shit, and I made sure I double checked. And yet people are still butthurt about it. It's quite sad. And especially that people take the time out of their day to say that on Twitter. I only saw the post because it showed up on my recommended. I'm like, oh cool, someone's talking about Candy Corpse. Finally, I haven't heard anything about Candy Corpse in months. When I see it, it's like, it's about, oh, I can't believe people are talking shit about Candy Corpse. I'm like, bro, people have the right to talk shit about someone. Just because they didn't do anything doesn't mean they can talk shit about them. Like, I could talk shit about Blue all day long, but he didn't do anything wrong, right? It's my freedom of speech. It's my right to say whatever the fuck I want. Like, I can say shit about UFB, right? Well, even if I did, I don't mean it, and if I even did, I have the right to say that shit. Like, will I do it? No, because you guys are, close to me, so I'm not gonna do that to you guys. But like, will I do that? Yes, if I ever got given the chance to do that, I would. Will I mean it? Probably depends on, depends on situations. Like, like if we have beef between us and all that shit. But like, you get my point. It's like, I have the right to say whatever the fuck I want. You have the right to believe whatever the fuck you want, and you have the right to say whatever the fuck you want. Like, you even have the right to play with whatever people you want to, and all that shit. But like, please, for the love of God, you gotta do research before you start, like, even opening your mouth. Like, I understand you want to get shit out of your mind. I understand that. Go ahead. But please do research, because it's honestly quite sad. And this goes for the people on Twitter, like Detronex and all that shit. Like, and those people who were commenting on that post. Like, dude, you gotta understand. You have to fucking do research. It's quite sad. And some dude is like, bro, you play Fortnite. You watch Dragon Ball, you're Mexican, shut the fuck up. You have no right. And it's like, bro, you probably live with your mom. 1, I'm 18. Yes. I'm currently, literally, working at Disney, getting paid to do my job, so I can eventually move out. But I don't just sit here and play games. I help around the house. I'm not just sitting here freeloading. Like, I actually do shit. Yeah. And this dude wants to, like, talk shit. Like, bro, I'm proud for who I am. I don't care on what you say. I'm proud for being, a gamer. I'm proud for being Puerto Rican. I am proud for being a man. I'm proud for playing whatever I want to play. Not a lot of people get that opportunity to say that. Not a lot of people literally get to, like, socialize with people and say that about that. Because, we're in a society where people will be like, if you're this or that, you're gonna get canceled. You're gonna get fucked over. And it's quite sad. People aren't literally, like, thinking about that. Because they'll say shit and they don't know how much that impacts a person. Like, that person, like, if they didn't know who they were talking with, like, they don't even know if I have a disability. I have the autism disorder. So, like, my mind, like, is at a different pace. I, like, literally, like, from a young age, even though I'm slow a bit, like, my mind is, like, academically wise, is, above a lot of people. Like, it's crazy. And this person, he didn't know what he was dealing with. Like, he could have, if it was like a 14-year-old, like, who was autistic and shit. Like, bro, that kid could have been, like, feeling bad. He could have killed himself. And that's what people don't know. Like, people are responsible for what they say online. And it's crazy. Like, I understand Twitter won't moderate shit and all that stuff, but it's quite sad because people have a say on, like, how people feel online. Because you can say one thing, someone can end their life, and that's the crazy part.
That is so
like
true.
People don't understand that. Like, whatever you say,
really,
yeah, but like FP, like, I feel you. Like, people say that a lot, and it's like they don't understand the impact they have on people. Like, just saying the words like, go kill yourself, or like, like, shut up, faggot. Like, those words have an impact on a person. It's crazy to think people are like this. But, like, understandable, it's a new year. People are built a different generation, obviously. I was born in the 2000s, so obviously, you know, my level of thinking could be different from someone's level of thinking now. Like, even now, I have a stutter problem. You know, I have ADHD, I have autism disorder, and I have stutter. But yeah, am I proud of it? Yes, I'm proud of it. You know, it's how I was born. It's how I was made. I don't care what people say about me. I don't care what they, you know, what they do about me. You know, it's in their right to do or say what they want. But if you're gonna fucking accuse a random person without giving actual factual information, that's literally fucking depressing. Like, literally, they're mad, like, bro, why are you saying this shit about Candy Corp? She never did anything wrong. Like, oh, she might have not done nothing wrong to you, but she obviously did something wrong against me. Like, in the state of Florida right now, I could file a lawsuit against her. Because that is technically harassment. And it still goes, even if I'm, you know, above the age. That's something that is considered a harassment. And the fact of the death threats, too. Dude, bro, like, it does not matter, bro. It's the fact that people don't know this. And I bet she hasn't told anyone. I bet she's just told people, like, oh, it's a person I don't like, you know, he stole my avatars and shit. Dude, I've tried making peace with her. I've told her, you know, I'll listen, you know, just tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. I've even told her, like, you know, I want to be on good terms. I don't want to be, you know, on bad terms with anyone, especially online, because that could leave a bad reputation for people, especially in the future, because I could go fuck you down in the, like, long run. And then, you wanna know what she does? She does the opposite of what I've told her to do. Like, anything I've tried to, like, make peace with her, she does the opposite. Like, I tell her, you know, what is a way we can both agree on something and then literally do something that both of us are happy? You wanna know what she does? Doesn't fucking agree. She doesn't do shit. She does her own thing. She blamed Noxy because he got one of her avatars, and then she goes, oh, Goku stole it for you, and then she blamed it on me. One, he did that by his own choice. I was never involved in that. And even if I did, why the fuck would I want one of your avatars if I can make them myself? Like, that's a huge thing. People don't think about that. I can make these avatars. I can take the time to go onto Blender and just remodel them, retexture them the way I want them to be. I don't need to fucking download your avatars. And even if I did, it's just to use for fucking research purposes. Like, maybe I want to model my avatar a bit different, and I don't want to get accused for copying the same avatar. Or maybe I want to make something similar, but I want to make it a different variation or like a different character. So, like, I'll go to the idea, like, okay, cool. Is this how she makes it? I can think of adding something different and shit. People don't know that. People don't understand that. People just assume, and it's stupid. And I've been ranting on for 18 minutes now. But it's like, if no one's gonna do it, like, who else is gonna do it? Because if no one speaks up for someone, like, everyone's gonna be fucking pussies. Like, for instance, let's take Andrew Tate. Every fucking female in their mind hates him. Why? Because he's bringing back male masculinity. And it's like, you know, he has the right to do that. It's honestly something that should come back. Because people are being scared, bro. For instance, Blue, you're scared. You're shy to talk to people and shit. Like, you're not, like, all that right to make friends and shit.
God.
Or FP, she's not, you know, she's kind of shy when she meets someone new, or she's like, you know, she's trying to keep it low so she doesn't get feelings. But, you know, the point stands. Some people are just, you know, wired different. Like, some people have different emotions now. Like, back then, during, you know, the 2000s, 1980s, people were like, you know, like, oh, cool, like, oh, we love rock, we love this and shit. Now, people are like, oh, like, if I say this, I might get canceled, or like, oh, my girlfriend might hate me, or like, oh, blah, 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 or people might call me this or that. Bro,
Yeah,
if you don't stand up for yourself, shit like this is gonna happen, and it's fucking quite sad. And the fact is, Candy Corp never defended herself. She had her friends do the talking, keep that in mind. That's another way of the fact that she's doing something bad. Like, she doesn't have any... She has the right to... She has the right to not answer. But she never defended herself. She had her friends talk for her when I specifically want to talk with her. Like, I don't mind talking with your friends or them being here, but I specifically want to talk to the woman, alright? I want to talk to you to get the situation under, like, you know, fixed. But yet, they don't want to listen. They're fucking bitches. So for any of her little Twitch motherfuckers who end up looking at my shit, you know, go fuck yourselves. Like, any of her little Twitter friends or little, you know, VR chat friends, personally, go fuck yourselves. And please do your research. Like, that's all I gotta say. People are fucking brain dead. People are fucking brain dead. That's literally all I gotta say. And it's sad. It's quite sad. 20 minutes of ranting on. Like, that might be, like, a lot for ranting on about a situation, but, like, it has to be said. It has to be said. And if candyxcorspe ever comes looking at my shit, I want her to know I still hate her for what she did, but, you know, I'm still down to be on good terms, even if none of my friends like you, or for what the shit you've done wrong. I could care less. It's the fact that you don't want to admit that you fucking falsely accused me, and then fucking get away with it. For fuck's sake, and people call me sensitive. I just gave out all the reasons why candyxcorspe is a bad person, and I bet you people will be like, oh no, you're just a hater. Okay, I have the right to be a hater. Like, how you have the right to be a supporter? How you have the right? And people don't understand that. Another thing too, for the people that are underage and like her shit, they have the privilege to be on the internet. They have the privilege to own a device to search the internet. They have the privilege, and they're not even grateful for that shit. Right? In the end, I'm grateful for having everything. I'm grateful for having people that care for me. I'm having people who love me, bro. I care for that. Like, I'm grateful for that. But there's people who aren't grateful for shit. Like, those kids who are shit talking now, they might not understand how the real world is compared to what she does. What she's doing is just a side hobby. If she were to get an actual 9-to-5 job, bro, shit would be different. Like, people do not understand how grateful they should be for their parents putting not only food on the table, but keeping them in a shelter. Like, keep having, like, a shelter above their head. Like, a roof above their head. People do not understand that. And that's quite sad. So there are people who will shit talk. They don't know how the people are. They don't know what disabilities they have. Or if they're really sensitive. They don't know if they can kill themselves. Like, they don't know all that shit. And then they talk all this shit and don't understand, like, how grateful they are in general. Because when I was growing up, I didn't get the internet until, like, I got my first PS3, like, my first gaming console. Like, when I got my PS3, I didn't get internet until, like, a year later of the PS3. And, dude, it was an experience for me to play online, playing different games, like Minecraft, Black Ops 2, GTA. It was an experience for me. But people are not grateful for that. I find that funny. And, like, especially kids nowadays. You could be a 16, you could be a 15, 14-year-old, not grateful for shit. You might be entitled as fucking, not give a shit. That's sad. You do not understand how much your parents go through to put shit for you. And it's sad. I know that from experience. Like, I know that. I've seen people struggle. Dude, I've seen myself struggle before. When I moved here, dude, my mom did not have a home for like 3 years. Literally. She went ground up when she moved here. She built what she has now ground up. And I'm grateful for that. Yeah. People don't understand that. People do not understand a person's backstory, and it's sad. Like, for instance, if I met Blue or UFP, and I just assumed something, and I never heard you out, I never understood your backstory, like, I never understood what you went through, and, like, how you've been, like, you know, that could fucking leave red flags. You might be hurt by that. You might take that emotionally. Like, you know, people do not understand that. It's fucking crazy.